Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Big Tiger Plays Modular Mayhem. So today I've done some little bit of grinding off camera. Been making some more duplication. We've been making some things in our magician's table and our radiating chamber, and we have made everything we need to do a MRU CU-EC Magical Radiating Unit, Condensing Unit, Enrichment Chamber. So we crafted all these things. We've done these off camera. The one thing I do want to show that I found out, these pale elemental cores, they require a lot of MRU, but they're much less resource intensive. You just need a gem and a piece of stone. And so I've been using those to make lots of the things in our recipes instead of the elemental cores that I was making, which use iron, stone, and an elemental gem. Because right now our production of iron is rather slow. Um, we're going to try and fix that soon, and that's why I'm making this. So I made a controller here. Let's take that with the enrichment chamber, the ejector right here, and let's grab the other stuff. I'm assuming we need all of this. Do we have room for all that? Okay. Let's see if we can't make the last thing. I think it's like this and this. This and this. One here, one there. Like that. And like that. Yep. Wait. Acceptor, ejector. Perfect. And they look the same. Acceptor, ejector. Acceptor, ejector. Okay, I thought they looked different, but okay. We also made a bunch of the magic plating blocks, these, which just require 4 magic plates. And while we're here, let's do here more glass. I might need some glass. I can grab some sand. That's only 2 pieces now. Hopefully we have some glass. Does not look like we do. Well, this might be enough. I really doubt it. And we also need another piece of iron. We're going to need some of this magic. We don't need really the magic fortified glass, but I would like to use it. Let's get that smelting. I'm going to smelt 1 piece of iron just because I need one like soonish. Grab you. Come to our radiating chamber. Let's make some magic fortified glass. This is probably not going to be enough, but we'll come back. I made a structure over here. It's the first of our multi-block structures in essentialcraft. I guess you'd consider this a multi-block structure. It's really only 1 block with some lava, but this is one of our actual multi-block structures. It's just a 5x5 cube of this magic plating block, and look how cool this texture is. Like it forms a line wherever they connect. That is just one of the coolest things I've seen. Bam, 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 bam. It makes it look really cool. Sorry for that noise. We have our MRUCU here. Get you out of the way. So, what we need to do is we need to take these 3 things. Let's take the glass. I'm going to put a piece here, and I'm going to put the chamber controller right there. Let's take the... Put the ejector here. I guess let's put it up 1. Find some glass. Ejector there. Glass here. And put our acceptor right here. And then we need to fill in the rest with pretty much any block. I'm going to use this glass just because so it looks rather nice, which means we're going to need some more. Which means we need sand. Is there any way to make sand? It's not snad, sand. Grinder, compress it, don't have that. We don't have a crusher, pulverizer. Oh, does that look sad? Okay, so we're gonna go get some sand. Let's sleep real quick. Do we even have a shovel? We should have a shovel somewhere. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's sleep. I might make a silence gem shovel real quick. Okay, daytime. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see. Silence gems. We'll go over here. Let's see. Let's grab one of those. Grab some of these chaos. Do we have any more chaos essence? We just have the. I think we just have the 3. Yeah, okay, so we don't need that. We'll just make a regular one. Eliodor seems good. And I need a stick. Wood? No wood. Okay. Stick. And I think we just go like this, honestly. The 2 sticks. It's 2 sticks. Eliodor shovel. Let's go get some sand so we can get some glass. There's water over here. Do we have sand? Clay. No sand. Okay. Easy enough. On the road again. I'm hoping you guys are liking this series because I am really enjoying this mod pack. Like, more than I thought I would. Get out of here, squid. Get out of here. Just trying to get some sand. I'm gonna drown. Don't drown. There we go. These squid are just having a party at the bottom of this old river, aren't they? This is probably enough sand. Let's get out of here. Hello, Mr. Sheep. Okay, let's get back to the prison. I'm starting to call this thing the prison because it looks kind of menacing. Does that look cool up there? Little multi-block structure. Okay, let's melt this up. Let's put a couple in there. 12 sounds good. Waiting on that. Let's see how our iron is going. Perfect. Get you smelting. Probably gonna need maybe five more sets of this magic fortified glass. That'll do. Each one gives us 4, so that'll be 20. Okay, maybe that's enough. It might not be. We'll see. We're gonna have to cover each of these. It's not gonna be enough. I'm gonna need more than this. That's fine. I'll go back down. So we need 9 here. I have plates. I only have 4 of these plates. We don't really need glass. We do need something. It doesn't have to be glass because we're not looking for it. And let's see. Yeah, we're out. Need another, so about 9, 12, 12, so make a couple more. Let's just make the rest. So it's something we're gonna need. Let's go bam, bam, and the glass. Okay. And while I'm down here and thinking about it, I'm gonna need a couple bound gems, which maybe are over here. But we need some nether quartz. I think we need 2. Yeah, that's fine. So let's go up. Some steak. Okay. So let's finish you off. Okay, bam. Hopefully we have enough. Yeah, we do. So bam, 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 and okay. Last step. We need to take that guy. Oh no, come to me. We need to put him inside. Let's go. No, go that way. Right there. You in? Yes, it is in. Make it. I'd like to have it look nice. Okay, you go. No, go down a little bit. Okay, and then still a little bit off. Let's see if I can get back up there. Put it down. Okay. And then go back a little bit. Just get it centered. A little bit more. Why does it not look? Go back. How can we keep it rebanding? Right there. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. So when you look on this, it says MRU 0 of 60,000. So it only holds 60,000. And it has a balance of 1.3317. So it's chaos MRU. So how this thing works, I guess let's get rid of this real quick. So how this thing works is you have an ejector and a acceptor. So this accepts MRU and this puts out MRU. So we need to take bound gems, take these guys. I guess we only need one actually. So we bam, click U, and then our acceptor, give it the bound gem. So this thing should now be filling up with MRU. So this is going to store 60,000 MRU extra, which is kind of awesome. And then instead of, let's go back downstairs. Hopefully these are close enough. So instead of these guys pulling from the generator directly, I want them to pull out of the battery. I hope they are close enough, should be. So you just go bam, 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 link all three of those. Still have an extra one. It's fine. So we link it to the ejector, and then we put one of them in each. And we should be good to go now. So all of that is done. We've got a nice battery. And this should be able to hold a store of 60,000. It's going to keep going up until it's full. And then this generator here will stop working. Because then this will fill its buffer of, what, 10,000. All the things downstairs are 5,000, so it's 10, 70, 85,000. There are some extra things we can put in this. So you can put like pretty much anything you want on these inside blocks. I think you can even put some of them in the frame instead of this magic fortified or magic plating block. But you can fill these things up with more acceptors and ejectors and things along those lines. You can also make this structure different sizes. You can make it ginormous if you really wanted to. And we might make ours bigger. But I do think what we're going to do first is, I think, let's grab our book. There's a block, I think it's called a magical holding block, I believe. Wrong one. Right here. Magical holding block. So it increases the storage of the enrichment chamber by 100,000. per block. Now, we can add, you know, what would be nice is if we made the floor in there, all 9 of those blocks out of this, and this would hold 900,000 more, probably more than this little thing is going to make in a long time. But I think we can at least make a couple of those. So let's see, we need 2 plates, one of these guys, a glass alloy. See, most of these things we've made before. We haven't made dark solar matter. We haven't made glass alloy before. So let's see what this is. Magic, hole, is it magical, holding block, copper. Maybe just a holding block. So we can make these plates. That's not hard. We've made this before. So glass alloy. 4 pieces of glass around a fortified plate. That's not hard. And this is where it gets a tiny bit more difficult. Okay, so to make these soul matters, there's different tiers of them. And they basically, you can charge them in another device. And it will hold a certain MRU for you to use on with items. So say I made one of those weapons or one of those staffs that we looked at a couple episodes ago. They consume MRU to use them, and so you would need one of these. Think of this as like your mana tablet from Britannia. This will hold MRU. So in order to get them, we need these MRU gems. 4 of them are an ender pearl. In order to get one of those, to put an MRU crystal in. To get one of those, you need an MRU shard. To get one of those, you need nether quartz. So we have to work our way up in the magician's table with we start from nether quartz. So let's see. Let's grab a stack. We're going to need a lot. It doesn't look like a lot, but it is very deceptive. Okay, so we are going to need 2 of these. So we need 8 gems. To get 8 gems, we need 8 crystals. And that means we need 8 shards. So, well, maybe it is just 8. Maybe I'm just crazy. 8. Okay. Those in there. Each one takes more MRU to process each. So let's get these going. These are turning the shards into crystals, and then I think we get to go one more step up. Yeah. So we put the crystals back in, and we get the chunk? Gem. And then we surround an ender pearl with that. So it's not that I needed a lot of nether quartz, it's that I needed a lot of MRU. Okay, got those 8. And this is going to take even longer. Okay, we could do this. So we need to make the glass alloy, so we need 4 more glass and a magic fortified plate. So we use all of our glass. We have some sand left. Okay, so we need 4 pieces of glass, and a fortified plate is just a magic fortified stone. So that's easy for us to do. And we're going to be using 2 ender pearls in order to make that. Okay, got that. How we doing? Halfway there. Okay, so what else are we going to need? We need 1 of each of these collecting and linking devices, which we have. It will be our last linking device. 2 of these frames, which I think, yeah, we have. And then 2 plating. I think the magical plates are the easiest. So it's 8 of these magical ingots and 2 more fortified frames. Which means we're going to need to make more magical ingots. Not too difficult. We can do that. Here we go. Okay, so we take like this. And what was it? Ender pearls. Which make us dark soul matter. Perfect. They do not stack, which means I'm going to have to go throw some stuff in a chest. Let's Get rid of some. I don't need that. Like that. Right now, I don't need a dolly. I don't need that. Some coal away. Gunpowder. Zombie flesh. Ink sac. Okay. So we've got our 2 of that. We need to make a glass alloy. Yes, first we're going to need to make fortified frames. We're going to need a total of 3 at the moment. So we make our glass alloy. And this looks like it's going to take a while. How much does that take? That takes 1,000, so that's not too much. Okay, let's start putting the pieces together over here. So I think it was like 1, 2, bam, bam, and then 2 frames, bam, bam. So we need the glass alloy and then the 2 magical plating. Okay, we're almost done. Then we're going to have to make 2 magical plating, which we'll use all the rest of our iron. How are we doing, by the way? Are we out? Oh, here we go. We need 14 more iron. Okay, that's done. Make 8 magical ingots. Is this keeping up any better? No, it is not. I mean, we are going to burn through the 60,000 MRU rather quickly, it looks, in our battery, but it'll at least, this will keep us, you know, this will more than double our current storage. And I need these. Which, by the way, a second ago, we didn't have any storage. So our first multi-block structure gave us 60,000 storage, and this will more than double it to 16,000. Perfect. Got those last 2. This should be everything. Bam, bam, bam. Holding block. Enrichment chamber holding block. Let's go back upstairs. Hello, hello. Need a backup. How did he probably climbed up, I guess. Okay, so let's get back in here. This is coming from the side right here. And let's take that glass, let's get in. And let's put the holding block right there. Put our glass back. And magic plating block. Okay, so this should be good. And now we can hold 16,000 or 160,000 MRU. And this thing will just keep chugging along, trying to fill this up. It's actually not going to be filling up because we are draining it as fast as we're making it. So that's really only going to be a buffer. See, this is going to use it as fast as we're making it. And one of the goals for the next episode is to get this production really into high gear. What we're going to be able to do, you'll notice this is the acceptor. It only can put 1 bound gem in it, which means you can only put in 1 input of MRU from a generator into the acceptor, which means we're going to have to make multiple acceptors, and if we want to have multiple generators. I don't know if I'm going to make another of these. No, we could probably just stack them. Just put another generator like here. No, this is not a good demonstration. Just put another one here, and then lava, and etc., etc. And just keep stacking them up, even though it would be hard to then get to it. So I don't really know about that. I'll have to think about that space-wise. But we could make, you know, there's other types of generators. But for each generator we make, if we want to hook it up to this enrichment chamber, we're going to have to make another acceptor. And that's not going to be too difficult. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah, we're filling back up here because we finished the iron processing downstairs. This should be filling up. And now it'll hold 160,000. So that'll be a really nice buffer for our ore processing, which is mainly what we're using at the moment, what we're using our MRU4. If we weren't using this for ore processing, in or out, chicken, in or out. Out it is. Excuse me. Okay. This is mainly what we're using our MRU for, and that is ore doubling. And we're, as you can tell, this I think is the last of our iron. So if we're going to want to get any farther, we're obviously going to have to go mining, probably mine off camera, and get some more ores. But we're going to need to smelt them all, and this is the way we're doing it. So we're going to need a faster way of doing this. I do think we can upgrade this magmatic furnace. Not only can we make it quadruple at some point, we're going to need a little bit more knowledge. We're going to need a better research book for that. But, I think, we might have already unlocked it. But we are going to have to, I believe, if you add plates to the side of the magmatic furnace, so that's how you make it. They don't really say, but I do know that if you take these plates, do I have any? Let's make a plate real quick, just to test it out. 4 of those, and I need to fortify stone. I believe if you make one of these plates, I could be wrong, don't quote me on this, guys. I think you can just click, no, shift click. Okay, maybe you can't, maybe I'm wrong. Because I thought you could put it on the machines and it would speed them up. Maybe you need a different kind. Maybe this magic fortified doesn't, or this magical plate doesn't work. But I think you can upgrade each side of them and put plating on the sides of the machines, and it makes it more efficient. So make it, like a tier 2 or a tier 3 or something along those lines. But it looks like with the magmatic furnace, you can craft it, and this will make them more efficient and make them work quicker. Let's see. I'm trying to find out, because I could have sworn that works. Here's the Mitrilene furnace we're going to be getting into. I'll have to do some research on that. But if you like what you've seen, guys, please hit the like button, please hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!